Before you put your phone down and go make your coffee, give me 30 seconds, because what I am about to say is not a generic good morning message. It is something I actually want you to carry with you today, into every room you walk into every conversation, into every small decision that quietly shapes how this day is going to feel by the time your head hits the pillow tonight. Good morning. I know that word gets thrown around so casually that it barely means anything anymore. A text you send without thinking, a caption under a sunrise photo, two words that have become almost empty from overuse. But I want to give it back its weight for a moment, because this morning, this exact one, is not guaranteed, was never promised, and will never come again in the exact form it exists in right now. You woke up. Your heart is beating without you having to remind it. Your lungs are filling and emptying without a single conscious effort from you. That is not a small thing. That is the quiet miracle underneath every single ordinary day, and most of us walk right past it without ever pausing to notice. I want to ask you something before this day fully takes hold of you. Before the messages start piling up, before the to-do list starts pulling your attention in 10 directions at once. How do you actually want to feel today? Not what do you need to accomplish, not what deadlines are waiting for you, but how do you want to feel underneath all of it by the time evening comes? Calm, proud of yourself, present with the people you love. Most of us never ask ourselves this question in the morning, and so we let the day simply happen to us, reacting to whatever arrives first, instead of walking into it with any real intention about the kind of day we are choosing to build. I want you to notice something about mornings. Something simple, but easy to forget. A morning is the closest thing you get to a fresh page. Not because yesterday's mistakes disappear, they do not, but because the choices you make in the first hour of a day often set the tone for everything that follows. If you start the day rushed, anxious, immediately reaching for your phone, and letting other people's demands flood into your mind before you have even had a moment to check in with yourself, that anxious energy tends to follow you through the rest of the day, quietly coloring every interaction with a low hum of stress you never actually chose. But if you give yourself even a few minutes of genuine presence before the noise begins, even just noticing your breath, even just feeling the warmth of your coffee in your hands instead of scrolling through it, something in your nervous system settles. And that settled feeling has a way of extending itself into everything you do afterward. This morning, I want to invite you to try something small. Before you check a single message, before you let anyone else's urgency become your urgency, take one full minute and simply notice how you actually feel. Not how you think you should feel, not the version you are about to perform for everyone else today, but the honest, unfiltered truth of this exact moment. Are you tired? Are you anxious about something specific? Are you actually genuinely okay, and just haven't stopped long enough to notice? Whatever the answer is, let it be true without judging it. You do not have to fix it in this minute. You just have to know it. Because knowing it is the first step toward moving through the day with honesty instead of autopilot. I want to talk to you about gratitude for a moment. Not the forced kind, not the kind where you list 5 things quickly just to check a box before moving on with your day, but the real kind, the kind that actually slows you down enough to notice what is genuinely good in your life. Right now, today, in this exact season, even if this season is hard, gratitude does not require your life to be perfect. It only requires you to notice what is already here, underneath whatever difficulty you might also be carrying. The warmth of the blanket you woke up under, the specific sound of someone you love moving around in another room, the simple, staggering fact that you have another day, another chance, another set of hours to try again at whatever you have been working toward. I think many of us treat gratitude as something reserved for big, obvious blessings. The promotion, the wedding, the milestone. But the truest, most sustaining gratitude usually lives in the small, easy-to-miss details of an ordinary morning. The first sip of something warm, the quiet before the world fully wakes up, The fact that somewhere, right now, someone is thinking of you fondly, even if they have not said it out loud in a while. If you can train yourself to notice these small things, morning after morning, you build a kind of quiet resilience that no accomplishment alone can ever fully provide. Because you learn that your sense of a good life does not depend entirely on big events. It can be found reliably in the texture of an ordinary day, if you are paying attention closely enough to see it. I want to say something about the version of yourself you are choosing to be today, because I think we underestimate how much choice we actually have in this, especially in the mornings, before the day has had a chance to wear us down. You get to decide, right now, in this quiet moment before everything speeds up, what kind of energy you are going to bring into the rooms you walk into today. Not because you can control everything that happens to you, you cannot, but because you can control how you meet it. You can meet today with the same tired, reactive frustration that yesterday left behind, or you can meet it fresh, with intention, choosing patience even when patience is hard, choosing kindness even toward people who might not extend the same kindness back to you, choosing to be the calm in a room instead of adding to whatever chaos already exists there. This is not about toxic positivity, about pretending everything is fine when it is not, about forcing a smile through genuine pain. If today is hard, if you are carrying something heavy, I am not asking you to pretend otherwise. I am simply asking you to notice that even inside a hard season, you still have some choice in how you carry it. Whether you carry it with bitterness or with quiet strength, whether you let it close you off from the people who love you, or whether you let it soften you into someone who understands more deeply now what other people carrying their own hard seasons might be going through. Pain does not have to make you hard. It can, if you let it, make you more gentle, more understanding, more attuned to the quiet struggles of everyone else walking around you with their own invisible weight. I want to remind you this morning that you do not have to have everything figured out to have a good day. You do not need certainty about your career, your relationships, your future, in order to be fully present in the hours right in front of you. So much of our morning anxiety comes from trying to solve tomorrow's problems today, from replaying yesterday's mistakes, instead of simply beginning fresh. But today only asks one thing of you, really, and that is your presence, your honest effort, your willingness to show up as fully as you can in the actual hours that are actually happening right now. Everything else, the bigger questions, the long-term plans, the uncertainties about where your life is heading, those can wait for their own proper time. This morning simply asks you to be here, awake, breathing, alive. And that is genuinely enough. I want to talk about the people in your life for a moment, because I think mornings are a beautiful, underused opportunity to strengthen the relationships that matter most to you. So often we save our best energy for strangers, for co-workers, for the people we are trying to impress. And we hand our tired, distracted, depleted selves to the people who actually love us most. The family waiting at the breakfast table, the partner still half asleep beside us, the friend who might just need a good morning text to know they crossed your mind. What would it look like today to flip that order, to offer your first, freshest, most genuine energy to the people closest to you, instead of saving it for everyone else and handing them only what is left over? This does not have to be a grand gesture. It can be as simple as putting your phone down during breakfast to actually look at the people you are sharing it with. It can be a text sent to someone you have been meaning to check on, not because you need something from them, but simply because you thought of them and wanted them to know it. It can be a genuine compliment offered to a coworker instead of the usual distracted small talk. Small moments of real presence, offered consistently, build stronger relationships than occasional grand gestures ever could. And mornings, before the day gets too busy to remember, are one of the best times to start building that habit. I want to leave you with something practical before you go fully into your day. Choose one small intention right now. Something achievable. Something that reflects the kind of person you actually want to be today. Maybe it is patience with someone who usually tests it. Maybe it is finishing one meaningful task instead of scattering your attention across 10 small ones. Maybe it is simply noticing 3 good moments throughout the day, however small, and actually letting yourself feel grateful for them instead of rushing past them the way we usually do. Whatever it is, choose it now, while your mind is still relatively quiet before the noise of the day has a chance to drown it out. I also want to remind you gently that you are allowed to have an imperfect day and still consider it a good one. A good day does not require flawless execution. It does not require you to be endlessly productive, endlessly patient, endlessly positive. It simply requires you to show up honestly, to try your best with what you have, and to extend yourself the same grace you would extend to someone you love if they had a rough moment in the middle of an otherwise decent day. If you stumble later today, if you lose your patience, if something does not go the way you hoped, I want you to remember this morning, this exact moment, and remind yourself that one difficult hour does not erase an entire day's worth of good intention. You can always come back to center. You can always begin again, even in the middle of the same day, without waiting for tomorrow to reset. Before I let you go and actually start your morning, I want to say one more thing clearly, because I think it is easy to forget in the rush of an ordinary Tuesday, or Wednesday, or whatever today happens to be. Your presence in this world matters, not because of what you produce today, not because of how many tasks you check off your list, but simply because you exist, because you are here, awake, trying, doing your honest best, in a world that does not always make that easy. That is enough. You do not have to earn your worth today through achievement. You already carry it simply by being here, by caring enough about your own life to want this day to be a good one. So take a breath. Feel your feet on the ground. Your heart still beating. Another chance stretched out in front of you. Undecided, unwritten, waiting for you to fill it with whatever you choose. Walk into it gently. Walk into it with intention. And whatever happens today, remember that you get to try again tomorrow morning with the same fresh page, the same quiet opportunity, the same simple, powerful choice about who you want to be and how you want to show up. Good morning. Really, make it a good one. Not because it will be perfect, but because you decided right here, right now, to meet it with honesty and presence, instead of letting it simply happen to you unnoticed. One more thought before I truly leave you to your day. Think about the last time someone's simple kindness changed the entire tone of your morning. A genuine smile from a stranger, an unexpected compliment, a small act of patience from someone who did not have to offer it. You probably do not even remember exactly what they said, but you remember how it made you feel. And that feeling likely carried into the rest of your day in ways you did not even consciously notice. You have that same power today, right now, in every small interaction waiting for you. A genuine good morning to someone who might be having a harder time than you realize. A moment of patience with someone who is clearly struggling. A small compliment offered honestly instead of held back out of shyness or habit. You do not know what invisible weight the people around you are carrying today. And a small, sincere kindness from you might matter far more than you will ever actually know. I want to remind you, too, that today does not need to look like yesterday. If yesterday was hard, if you said something you regret, if you let frustration get the better of you, if you spent the whole day distracted and disconnected from the people you love, none of that has to define today. This morning is a genuine new beginning. Not because the slate is magically wiped clean, but because you get to choose. right now, to show up differently. That choice is always available to you, every single morning. No matter how many times you feel like you have failed to make it before, growth is rarely a straight line. It is usually a series of fresh starts. One morning at a time, each one an honest attempt to do a little better than the day before. So here is what I want you to carry with you as you close this and walk into whatever the rest of your morning holds. You are allowed to move slowly today. You are allowed to prioritize your peace over your productivity. At least for these first few minutes, you are allowed to be proud of small progress instead of measuring yourself against an impossible standard of constant achievement. And you are allowed, more than anything, to simply be grateful that you got another morning at all, another chance to try, another day to build the kind of life you actually want. One small, honest choice at a time. Good morning. Truly, I hope today treats you gently. And where it does not, I hope you meet it with more strength than you knew you had. The same strength that has carried you through every difficult morning before this one, all the way to right now, still here, still trying, still worth every good thing this day has to offer you. And if no one has told you this yet today, let me be the first. You are doing better than you think you are. The fact that you are here, listening, trying, wanting to start this day with intention, instead of just letting it happen to you, already says something meaningful about who you are becoming. That effort matters, even on the days it does not feel like enough. Even on the mornings you woke up more tired than you wanted to be. Keep going. One honest morning at a time is how a whole life quietly turns into something you are proud of. This one, another day to build the kind of life you actually want. One small, honest choice at a time. Good morning. Truly, I hope today treats you gently. And where it does not, I hope you meet it with more strength than you knew you had. The same strength that has carried you through every difficult morning before this one, all the way to right now, still here, still trying, still worth every good thing this day has to offer you. And if no one has told you this yet today, let me be the first. You are doing better than you think you are. The fact that you are here, listening, trying, wanting to start this day with intention, instead of just letting it happen to you, already says something meaningful about who you are becoming. That effort matters, even on the days it does not feel like enough. Even on the mornings you woke up more tired than you wanted to be. Keep going. One honest morning at a time is how a whole life quietly turns into something you are proud of. This one.